everybody, thanks for coming to Organize With Me today. Today I am organizing my pantry. I don't have a true pantry. Mine is basically 4 really deep cabinets, but I was really stumped about how to organize it because the shelves are so deep. I had really wanted those like glide out shelves that you can install that you can get from like Home Depot or Lowe's, but those are really expensive. And I really wanted something that was going to give me the same result but at a cheaper price, so I will show you how I did that, and I will pop in pictures of the before, which is horrendous. Those before pictures are actually from a few months ago before I did my entire apartment purge that I talked about in my About Me video. That was basically pictures of it at its very worst, and then I basically just went in, took everything out, took out things that were expired, and put like things with like, and then as you'll see, I put some things in like little matching jars or containers. I labeled things, put them back where I thought they would fit the best, and so I look forward to showing you what the result is. Here is my finished pantry. I'll give you an overview. That's the top, and then you go right down and there's the microwave is just in this little kind of hole right here, and then there we go, and the bottom 2 drawers. So I'll go through in more detail what is in them, but that is the overview. So I'm very happy with how it looks, and I feel like it's a ton more functional. So on the top shelf, which like I can reach to the very top, so it's not too high. I am 5'8", so if that gives you an idea of how tall it is. It goes up to the ceiling, and there's basically a grill, like a mini grill, a crock pot, and then behind it, which I'm not going to go in there, is like electric skillet type of thing, which I never really use yet. I'm sure in the future I will, but I really haven't used it recently, so I'm just keeping that back there. I do use the crock pot and the grill thing a lot, so I just want to keep those kind of handy. And I do apologize for the lighting. It's pretty bad, but hopefully you can see everything. And then, okay, so I'm going to tell you that the reason why I have these bins here in each shelf is that these cabinets are insanely deep. As you could see in the before pictures, it was just insane trying to keep everything organized. I couldn't reach the things that were in the back. I decided to go with this option, which is just a Sterilite box that's just slightly less long and less wide than the cabinet itself. So these were from Target and Walmart. They were almost the same. I just went to Walmart and got one because that's all they had, and then I went to Target and they had more. So they were like $4 or $5 each. And I just put this little label. It's like craft paper behind and then a chalkboard label on top, which it was already like that. And then I just wrote breakfast on it. And these are from the dollar spot at Target. And then I have 2 of these OXO containers I've had previously. You probably saw them in the before pictures. They're from Bed Bath & Beyond. And I just put these little chalkboard labels and wrote cereal on them. I don't have the best handwriting, so maybe someday I'll replace them and write it again, but for these purposes it's fine. I use a gold marker. I'll show it to you. So this is the marker. It's a Sanford Gold Coat Slim Tip Gold Metallic Marker I've had for ages. I did use the chalkboard marker that I bought from the Target dollar spot, which I'll show you, which you can see I used on this, and I had used them on here, but they were rubbing off really easily. There was like no permanence to them at all, and so it felt like every time I would grab it, it was rubbing off, so that wasn't going to work. And this, as you can see, is pretty much permanent. And here's a chalk marker I got from the dollar spot. So I've got 2 things of cereal and then a thing for granola, and the reason I put this into a different type of container, one was that I only had 2 of these OXO containers and a boxes of granola are generally really small, and they pretty much empty perfectly into this jar. So that worked out well. And this jar is from the Dollar Tree, and it's one of those canning jars. The only thing I don't like about it, which I will show you, so you take this lid off, and there you go. These are not attached, which that might be how a lot of different kinds of canning mason jars are. I don't know, I've never bought one before, but that is not really working for me, and I'd like to just super glue them in. Let me know if you think that that is not safe to do with food jars. But I would really like to, because it's kind of a pain, and I'm sure my husband will not enjoy that too much. So let me know what you guys think. If it's okay to do, not okay to do, or any sort of solutions for that. And then behind that, I just have this box of oatmeal, and I'll show you how this works. Basically, you just can slide this out, and I can get to the things that are in the back, which is super, super handy. Then I have some more of this granola. The reason it didn't quite fit into this jar is because I already had a little bit in here. So I just put the extra box in the back. And then I have like a couple of bottles of syrup, which honestly we don't use that much because we don't really do pancakes, because not the best in terms of being healthy. As I was showing you guys the syrup and was telling you that we hardly ever use it, I was like, oh yeah, I should probably look at the expiration dates on these, and one of them was expired, so I threw it out. So what I did purge through this a few months back. When I purged through my entire apartment, I purged the pantry, but when I took everything out, I did look at expiration on a few other things and took out some more stuff, but I guess I just didn't think about it in terms of the syrup. I didn't think about it expiring, so yeah, gotta check the expiration dates on everything. In the very back, I have this little bag that's got just some red and yellow onions in it. I don't love that I have to store those with the breakfast stuff, because it's the only place that they fit in here. But it works, and I usually don't buy onions in big bags, but they were so cheap at Aldi, I just decided to do that. And that's the only place they fit, and I've heard that it's good to store them that way, so that's what I'm doing. And then I've got a bag of tortilla chips. Sorry, it's crazy dark back there. And then I've got hamburger buns, and then right in the front is a loaf of bread. So this is the first shelf, which is breakfast items, bread, chips, and onions randomly. So that's the first shelf. Here's the shelf below the microwave. I am mostly going to show you the things while I'm standing up to show you how I look at it when I'm just using it, because that will make more sense in terms of how I organized it and labeled things. So this just says pasta, grains, and cans, and that's pretty much everything that's in here. Another one of these Sterilite containers that pulls out. So here on the right, I've got one of these little kitchen shelves from the 99-cent store that I showed you in my very first video, the dollar store organization haul. I've got black beans and kidney beans, and then I will stand up and show you how it looks when I'm like using it. So I am pretty much looking down at it like this, and so that's why I labeled everything on the top, because it's just easier for me to see everything. I don't have to like bend down to see what's inside. So that is working out very well. And I've got all these Dollar Tree canning jars, mason jars, whatever. And what I did was, I will show you in just a second. I'm going to open up one of these jars to show you. So I just took this part of the lid off, which hopefully I can fix that. And I just use a chalkboard label from the Target Dollar Spot, one of these big round ones, and it fits perfectly on the top of this lid. And then I just wrote on them with the gold marker, and then put this back on top. And so I've got lentils, white rice, and I just cut the cooking instructions off of the bag and stuck them in there. Brown rice, fettuccine, spaghetti, breadcrumbs. This container I just already had. I tried to use as many of the things as I already had as I could. So yeah, breadcrumbs, macaroni, quinoa, sun-dried tomatoes. So these are also from the Dollar Tree, and they're just plastic canisters. The reason I got those instead of all of these was just because they were like kind of smaller, and I didn't feel the need to get like these bigger jars for everything, because these come in kind of smaller amounts. So anyways, that's the reason for that. I don't know if it makes a lot of sense now that I've done it, but it works. And also, I'm not a huge fan of, I went back to get these the second time, and I realized I wasn't a huge fan of these. And then behind all the grains and pastas, I've got canned stuff. So I've just got, oh, and then, sorry, I'm kind of balancing this drawer while I'm doing this, so excuse the wobbling. But I've got this plastic container, just a kind of a skinny one, holding some cans, just so that it's not just a big jumble, that they kind of stay in line. I've got some diced tomatoes, some like Rotel, some green chilies, tomato paste, some cans of tuna that I've had for forever because we don't really eat tuna, but they're not expired yet, so they're still there. Some chicken broth in a can, which I use chicken broth a lot. Some ragu, and then I've got, let's see, sorry, I'm balancing this extra bag of brown rice, which we had a ton of rice already. I didn't buy that recently, but in the future I'll just buy enough rice that will basically fit in this jar instead of buying so much, so that I don't have to hold it all. And then I've got minced garlic, and there's some like mustard that I bought for a certain recipe that I never made, and we never really eat mustard, so that's still there. And then way in the back, which you all will not be able to see, is just a few more cans, some artichoke hearts, which I also bought for a certain recipe and never made, so I still have that, but I will try to find a recipe to use those with. If you have a great artichoke recipe, let me know. And then just pinto beans that I needed for some soup. So you can tell why I shop weekly just for the things I need for the week, because I do not have a lot of space to store. And I know I don't really have, I haven't made the best use of the vertical space, but honestly there's just, everything fits better if I use the deepness versus the height. So that's that for now. And it looks like I could put another shelf in here, although I don't have it. Like, it didn't come with another shelf, but it has the like little holes, so who knows. Might in the future figure something out about that. And okay, here's the bottom. So yeah, here's the bottom shelf, and this says baking on it. So this really is all like baking and sweet stuff. And so I've got sugar and flour and these big canisters that I've had for a long time. I'm pretty sure these were my college roommates. Hi, Brittany. I'm pretty sure these were yours that you gave to me. I've just held on to them. Still use them. And then I've got some pecans in here. And I had a bunch of other nuts, and then I looked at them and realized they were all expired, so I had to throw them out. And let's see, I've got... And obviously, like, I'm just sitting on the ground right now doing this, but these I also labeled on the top because I would normally just be looking down at them, and then I can see how they're labeled. So I have powdered sugar, I've got dark brown sugar, and I've got light brown sugar. And then I've got another like container holding something so that it's just, they're not just jumbled all around, they're like contained. I have some candles, so they're in this little like candle holder that I just took the wax out of. And then I've got honey, I've got some molasses, some dark corn syrup, that's gotta be horrible for you, and some Truvia, which bought to make some healthy protein peanut butter cookies that we haven't made yet. So I've got that. And then just some extra flour and powdered sugar that will not fit in their containers at the moment. So that's all the baking stuff. I don't do a ton of baking just because honestly we're trying to be healthy right now, so I haven't been doing that, although I do enjoy it. But yeah, so I have all this stuff. And then my husband's protein powders. He's got some creatine and vanilla protein powder and chocolate protein powder, and he uses peanut butter in his shakes all the time, so I try to keep everything together, and I had really struggled with where to put his protein, so I'm glad that it's all in here now, because they're just these like awkward huge containers. So this is my pantry. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I organize my little pantry. I really enjoyed doing it, and I'm so pleased with the end result. In the future, like I said, I may add some more shelves. We'll see if I feel like I need that, but for now it's working great. And just a couple of tips that I thought of while I was doing it were, of course, you know, just getting those Sterilite bins and using those to pull things in and out instead of the glide out shelves. They're much more budget friendly. Also, Do It on a Dime had said in a previous video, like, you don't need to have all your containers match exactly, as long as like you put little chocolate labels that all kind of look the same, it still makes it look cohesive. And so I sort of took that advice when I was doing my pantry. Instead of feeling like everything had to be exactly the same to look nice, I just, you know, had some all different, you know, kind of clear containers, and then used similar chalkboard labels and the gold pen on everything to kind of make it have a cohesive look. Another tip I will give you for organizing food items is to go shopping before you organize. Have your fridge or your pantry be at its fullest and then organize it, because when I did my fridge video, you'll remember that it wasn't full, and then once I went shopping, I was like, oh, well, not all these things still work, and I had to kind of tweak it a little bit. And it's fine to tweak organizing systems, it's good to do that, but I definitely think it helps to have your pantry or your fridge be full, and then you can really see how everything's gonna fit. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you would like to see more videos like this. This channel is Organize With Me, and so I'm trying to do more true organizing videos, but probably there will be other types of videos popped in between those. So I hope that's okay with everybody. Let me know if you have any thoughts about that, if you're okay with seeing like other types of videos other than just true organizing videos on this channel. Also, something I've decided that I want to start doing at the end of each video is giving a little shout out to other channels that I'm really enjoying at the moment, and it doesn't have anything to do with their subscriber count, whether it's way more than I have or way less than I have. I'm just gonna share the love with other channels that I am enjoying, because I really enjoy people share the love videos, and I always wish people would mention other channels more, because I'm always looking to subscribe to more channels. So I'm going to do one at the end of each video, and today I'm going to give a shout out to Jillian at Home. I'm going to link her channel below. She's really pretty new on YouTube, just like me. I think she's been on here maybe a couple of months, but she and her sister Hillary are hilarious. It's been so much fun to watch, so check them out, and if you enjoy her videos, go ahead and subscribe. But I just wanted to give her a little shout out. I've really been enjoying her videos. I hope she is not weirded out by this, but anyways, just wanted to say hey and point y'all towards her channel, because it's really a lot of fun. If you would like to see more weekly videos from me as soon as they come out, go ahead and click subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.